Hi, I'm Cenk from Elektron Music Machines, and today we're gonna make this beat on the Monomachine. Okay, let's start with the bass track. So for that, I will assign the SID machine into track 1. Okay, so let's put the filter down a bit. Now I go to the grid recording mode by pressing the rec button, and I will place some trigs into the sequencer. So let's choose a note, so that will be C. So I could copy that note and then paste it here, for example, and maybe here and here, something like this. And on these notes, I'll actually move this here. And on these ones, I will put it to C an octave higher. So that will be C2. And yeah, and I'll do this one as well and see how that sounds like. Now we could add some more stuff to it with the parameter locks maybe. So we could change the waveform, for example, on this one. Change the filter also. Yeah. And maybe lower the volume so it's, yeah. Maybe I could copy that note and paste it here in a different note. So, yeah. I like that one better. And maybe change the filter a bit. Yeah. Raise the volume a bit. So yeah, with the parameter locks, you can come up with some interesting ideas straight away. Now let's go to the second track and make a beat. For this, I will use the DigiPro's beatbox machine. And let's stop the sequence. This is how it sounds. Let's lower it down a bit and then put the filter down and use the filter envelope again. Okay, let's try to work with this. Again, I will use the grid recording mode to enter some notes into the sequence. So I selected a kick here, I copy that and paste it here also. And maybe add some other random drum sounds into the sequence like this. Let's see what it will sound like. This is kind of the fun machine. This is kind of the fun part working with these machines, is that you just work with it and see what comes with it. Let's raise the volume of the bass track and actually use the parametric equalizer to beef up the bass. And maybe use the portamento as well. Now let's go to the third track and add some chord sounds into this. So I go to the edit menu and select DigiPro Ensemble Synthesis method. In this method you can select 3 additional notes so that you can create a chord out of a monophonic structure. So let's set some notes for this. Let's set -10 on the first note. Second one should be 7. And let's make this like 3/4 and a 4. And now you have like a waveform selector here, which here you can load in your own wavetables and select here. So that gives you quite a lot of character if you're wanting more out of the machine. So let's hear what it sounds like now. Yeah, okay. Now let's turn the filter down a bit. Let's raise the attack. I really like adding LFO to the pitch, just a little amount to give that vibration to the sound. Maybe a bit more, maybe a bit of delay. You've got 6 delay engines in the Monomachine, each for the tracks. So each track has its own delay engine. That makes it quite powerful. So let's and I will make the sequence longer now. Up to now we've been working in 16 steps, so I've made it up to 64 steps. When you make the sequence longer, it will copy and paste for you. As you can hear, I'm on the second one now, the third, and it's still looping it for me. I was in the real-time record mode, as you can see the LED is flashing, so I input the notes in real time. So I could go to the fourth track, and now let's add the FM machine. Let's choose this type, the static FM machine. Yeah, something like this. So I will record into the sequence while messing with the parameters, so I can record all of this in real time. Yeah, let's add some delay to this sound. Now I will go to the fifth track and add a SID machine. On this one I will choose the noise waveform, as you can see on here. Now I want to add a lot of hits into the sequencer, and I can just do it like this. Now I can copy the 16 steps and paste it onto the rest of the sequencer. And I can hear it now. Let's start shaping the sound a bit. Use the filters. Okay, this beat is lacking a snare sound, so let's go back to track 2 where the beat was located, and let's add a snare sound to that. And here we go. So I assigned a snare sound and raised the filter up for that trig, and I could copy that sound and paste it into the other snare locations in the sequence like this. And maybe change the pitch of some of the snares as well. Now let's do one more thing before we call it a beat. You've got the retrig times for the beatbox machine. I could manipulate them real time and record into the sequencer to make something weird. But I would like to copy this sequence before I do this. Imagine it's like an undo hidden in the machine. That's if you copy before real-time recording into it, you can paste back if you're not happy with the result. So I've copied it, and I would press real-time record and mess with the parameters now. Yeah, that's all right. And finally, I would like to add a compressor to this. Now, we have not been using track 6, and I will use that as an effects block, and I will add the dynamics compressor. And I will also choose the inputs as the bus AB, which all tracks except track 6 is assigned to. And now that is done, so I can raise the decay and release on the amplification page, And I will also need to play some trigs in the sequence for this track to make this effect engine active. And I'll turn the mix volume down and turn the volume up of this track. So now the compressor is in there, but it's not active. It's activated. I can also use the filters on the compressor track to really mess up the sound as well.